Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews progress of preparations towards the launch of health assurance program under Ayushman Bharat. GST Council meeting underway in New Delhi to discuss MSME sectors, suggestions and concerns. 3 High Court judges appointed as Supreme Court justices. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urges newly elected Rajya Sabha members to discuss debate and dissent in the House. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists killed in an encounter in Shopian district. And in World Badminton Championships, PV Sindhu to face Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in the semi-finals. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today reviewed the progress of preparations towards the launch of the health assurance program under Ayushman Bharat. The scheme will provide health assurance cover of up to 5 lakh rupees per family. The target of the scheme will be to cover over 10 crore poor and vulnerable families. Top officials of the Health Ministry, Niti Aayog and Prime Minister's office briefed the Prime Minister on various aspects, including the preparations in states and development of the technological infrastructure associated with the scheme. The Prime Minister had inaugurated the first health and wellness centre under Ayushman Bharat in the aspirational district of Bijapur in Chhattisgarh in April this year on the occasion of Ambedkar Jayanti. Finance Minister Piyush Goyal is chairing the Goods and Services Tax GST Council meeting in New Delhi today. The meeting will discuss the concerns and suggestions of the micro, small and medium enterprises, among other issues. The 29th meeting of the Council is also likely to discuss the recommendations of the group of ministers headed by Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi, which approved a proposal yesterday for incentivizing digital payments through RuPay Card and Bheem app by way of cashbacks. Once implemented, customers making payments using RuPay Card or Bheem UPI will get a cashback of 20% of the total GST amount, subject to a maximum of 100 rupees. The Bihar Deputy Chief Minister said the move is intended to encourage use of digital mode of payment, especially in semi-urban and rural areas. In its last meeting, the Council had reduced the tax rates on over 80 items and exempted sanitary napkins, rakhis, stone, marble, wooden deities and sal leaves from GST. 3 High Court judges were today appointed to the Supreme Court, taking the total number of judges in the Apex Court to 25. Notifications announcing the appointments of Uttarakhand High Court Chief Justice K.M. Joseph, Madras High Court Chief Justice Indira Banerjee and Orissa High Court Chief Justice Vineet Saran to the Supreme Court were issued today. Their warrants of appointment were signed by the President last night. Justice Geeta Mittal was today appointed as the Chief Justice of the Jammu and Kashmir High Court. She was the acting Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. According to a separate Law Ministry notification, Justice Rajendra Menon, the Chief Justice of the Patna High Court, has been posted as the new Chief Justice of the Delhi High Court. Justice M.K. Shah of the Gujarat High Court has been elevated as Chief Justice of the Patna High Court. In a series of other appointments, Justice Kalpesh Satyendra Jhaveri, a judge of the Rajasthan High Court, has been elevated as the Chief Justice of the Orissa High Court. He replaces Justice Vineet Saran, who has been elevated to the Supreme Court. Justice Aniruddha Bose, a judge of the Calcutta High Court, has been elevated as the Chief Justice of the Jharkhand High Court. Justice Vijaya K. Tahil Ramani, a judge of the Bombay High Court, has been elevated as the Chief Justice of the Madras High Court. She succeeds Justice Indira Banerjee, who has been elevated to the Apex Court. Justice Rishikesh Roy of the Kerala High Court has been elevated as its Chief Justice. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu today urged newly elected Rajya Sabha members to discuss debate and dissent in the House. He was inaugurating a 2-day orientation program on aspects of parliamentary practice and procedures for newly elected and nominated MPs. Mr. Naidu said constructive discussions lead to great legislations.
हाउस को ठीक तरह से चलाए, सब मिलकर अच्छा गोष्ठी करें, संवाद विवाद भी होना चाहिए। विवाद है तो लोकतंत्र का मतलब क्या है? अगर संवाद और वाद विवाद ये सब डिग्निफाइड तरीके से होना चाहिए और तभी लोकतंत्र का शोभा बढ़ जाएगा।
The Vice President appealed to all members to use this opportunity to learn more and more. Narrating his political journey, Mr. Naidu said whatever he is today, it is due to sheer hard work and learning. Many eminent parliamentarians and bureaucrats will speak on different subjects over 2 days. President Ramnath Kovind will be on a 4-day visit to Telangana, Tamil Nadu and Kerala from today. Mr. Kovind will reach Hyderabad this evening and address the 7th convocation of IIT Hyderabad tomorrow. An official release said the President will visit Tamil Nadu tomorrow to meet DMK Chief M. Karunanidhi, who is admitted at a hospital in Chennai. On Monday, Mr. Kovind will inaugurate the Festival of Democracy in Thiruvananthapuram to mark the conclusion of the Diamond Jubilee celebrations of the Kerala Legislative Assembly. Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi today said the government is keen to provide quality education to students belonging to minority communities. He was speaking after dedicating a computer center for the students of Delhi United Christian Senior Secondary School. He said during the past 4 years, the government has provided more than 2 crore 50 lakh rupees for scholarships to students belonging to minority communities. The minister assured the students that the government is committed to Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas philosophy. In Rajasthan, Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje embarked on the first phase of the statewide Rajasthan Gaurav Yatra from Charbhujanath Temple in Rajsamand district today. BJP President Amit Shah flagged off the Yatra. Both leaders are participating in the first meeting under this Yatra at JK Stadium in Kankroli. It is assumed to be an informal initiation of BJP's election campaign for the upcoming assembly election in the state. Ms. Raje will traverse more than 6,000 kilometers and cover 165 constituencies during the 40-day-long tour of the state. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists were killed in an encounter with security forces in Kilora area of Shopian district. Security sources said 4 terrorists were gunned down this morning, while 1 was killed in the initial phase of the encounter last evening. Talking to AIR, Director General of Police S.P. Vaid said the operation was launched on the basis of specific information about the presence of terrorists in the area.
रात को चेंज ऑफ फायर शुरू हुआ तो एक टेररिस्ट वहां रात को मारा गया। मॉर्निंग में जब वो ऑपरेशन रिज्यूम हुआ तो दोबारा एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर में 4 टेररिस्ट और मारे गए। टोटल 5 टेररिस्ट की बॉडीज रिकवर हुई हैं वेपन्स के साथ और बाकी हालात बिल्कुल काबू में हैं, नॉर्मल हैं।
Meanwhile, 2 overground workers of an unknown terror group were apprehended by a joint team of security forces at Pantha Chowk area on the outskirts of Srinagar today. Sources said 2 hand grenades were also recovered. In another incident, a man was shot dead today when he rammed a car into the residence of National Conference President and former Chief Minister Farooq Abdullah on the outskirts of Jammu city. Search operation has been launched in the area. Brushing aside concerns of rainfall deficit, the Met Department has said monsoon rains will be normal this month as well as in the next, raising hopes for agricultural operations during the Kharif season. The department said distribution of rainfall has so far been very good across the country except Bihar, Jharkhand and northeastern states. In Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is visiting flood-affected areas of the state. Many districts of the Tarai region are facing the fury of flood caused by heavy rain and water released from Nepal. Our correspondent reports that normal life has been thrown out of gear due to torrential rain in the state and 17 people lost their lives in the last 24 hours.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath conducted aerial survey of the flood-affected areas in Lakhimpur Kheri district of Tarai region. Chief Minister stayed for more than 20 minutes at Sharda Barrage and also met the flood victims. He directed officials to intensify rescue and relief operations and ensure availability of food and life-saving drugs for flood-affected people and their livestock also. Chief Minister just reached Karnailganj Tehsil of Gonda district a short while from now, where more than 1 lakh people are affected due to flood situation. Several villages are marooned in Karnailganj and Tarabganj Tehsil of the district. NDRF teams were also called in Sonbhadra district after water coming from cracks in Balui embankment marooned 12 villages. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Uttarakhand, the Met Office has forecast heavy rain over the next 72 hours in Dehradun, Pauri, Tehri, Rudraprayag, Chamoli, Nainital, Bageshwar and Pithoragarh districts. In Himachal Pradesh, the Weather Department has forecast heavy rainfall at isolated places over the next 2 days. Widespread rainfall has been reported from many parts of the state during the last 24 hours. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, aims to safeguard the health of women by providing them with a clean cooking fuel, LPG. In Rajasthan, more than 27 lakh families have benefited from this Yojana. The scheme has not only improved the quality of life, but also provided a smoke-free cooking environment to women. Here is a ground report.
The coverage of LPG connection has been reached to more than 85% households in the state after launching this scheme. It was just 62% before 2 years ago. This scheme has provided a smoke-free cooking environment to women in rural areas and also helped to reduce pollution and save trees. Vimla Devi from Chittorgarh told that the scheme helped her empowerment by saving time.
विमला देवी चित्तौड़गढ़। उज्ज्वला गैस से सभी महिलाओं को बहुत लाभ मिला है। औरतें लकड़ी पे रोटी बनाती थी, चूल्हे से धुएं से आंखें खराब होती थी, टाइम भी लगता था और लकड़ी जुटाने में भी मेहनत करनी पड़ती थी। अब सरकार ने उज्ज्वला गैस कनेक्शन करके महिलाओं का खाना बनाना बहुत ही सुलभ कर दिया।
Another beneficiary, Geeta Devi from Bhilwara, told that due to this scheme, she is able to give more time to her family.
उज्ज्वल योजना निश्चित रूप में महिलाओं के लिए बड़ी वरदान साबित है। पहला माना ईंधन के लिए लकड़ियाँ काटवाने जंगल में जाना पड़ता, लकड़ियाँ टूटने में समस्या होती है। साथ में बरसात में लकड़ियाँ गीली होती, जिससे काफी धुआं होता था। अब इस समस्या में मुक्ति मिलेगी माने, और साथ ही खाना बनाने में समय भी कम होने लगा।
Apart from that, many villages of the state have become smoke-free after launch this scheme. With Sudarshan Nahar, this is Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
India has been elected as President of the Asia Pacific Institute for Broadcasting Development, AIBD, for a period of 2 years. India defeated Iran to get elected during voting at the 44th annual gathering of AIBD in Colombo last evening. Director General of AIR, Fayaz Shahryar, former chair of the Executive Board, represented India, while Sri Lanka was elected as Vice Chair. Our correspondent reports that broadcasters from 26 countries in the region, including India, are full members of the organization.
AIBD was established in 1977 as an intergovernmental organization to achieve a vibrant and cohesive media environment in the region. All India Radio, Doordarshan and Broadcast Engineers Society are full-time members of the organization. The selection of India as president reflects on the growing capabilities of broadcast industry in the country as well as India's leadership position in the region. Sri Lanka was elected vice chair of the executive board, which is authorized to prepare roadmap for policy and resource development of member countries for broadcast sector. Santosh Kumar for AIR News, Colombo.
On to sports. Ace Indian shuttler PV Sindhu will take on world number 2 Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in the semi-finals of the World Badminton Championships at Nanjing, China today. In the quarter-final last night, world number 3 Sindhu defeated 8th seed Nozomi Okuhara of Japan in straight games, 21-17, 21-19. Sindhu is the only Indian left in the tournament. Saina Nehwal and the mixed doubles pair of Ashwini Ponnappa and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy bowed out in the quarterfinals yesterday. India will resume their second innings against England at the overnight score of 110 for 5 on day 3 of the Birmingham cricket test today. Skipper Virat Kohli at 43 and Dinesh Karthik on 18 were at the crease when stumps were drawn yesterday. India need 84 runs to win. Murli Vijay, Shikhar Dhawan, Lokesh Rahul, Ajinkya Rahane and Ravichandran Ashwin were the wickets that fell. Earlier, India bundled out England for 180 in their second innings. Paceman Nishant Sharma scalped 5 wickets, which was his 8th 5-wicket haul in tests. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews progress of preparations towards the launch of Health Assurance Program under Ayushman Bharat. GST Council meeting underway in New Delhi to discuss MSME sector's suggestions and concerns. 3 High Court judges appointed as Supreme Court justices. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu urges newly elected Rajya Sabha members to discuss, debate and dissent in the House. In Jammu and Kashmir, 5 terrorists killed in an encounter in Shopian district. And in World Badminton Championships, PV Sindhu to face Akane Yamaguchi of Japan in the semi-finals. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.nic.in. And with that, we end the Midday News.